We're here to talk about the Moneyball mindset, the recruiting story. If you've ever seen the old movie, if you've never seen it, spoiler alert, we're going to be talking a lot about what happens in the movie. Go back and watch it. But it's a dated enough video now, or a dated enough movie now where I think most of the world has watched it. You probably just want to go back and rewatch it, but I'm going to go through it today and why the mindset in Moneyball can apply to your commission-based recruiting endeavor. My name's Jay. We represent a company called High Ticket Teams. We help volume-based recruiting businesses build commission-only sales teams at scale. I had a big exit from a B2B lending company that we built over 3.5 years to 1,800 sales reps across the country. We took that company from an idea on a cocktail napkin to multiple 8 figures in revenue year over year. We had a big exit last summer. The problem we solve is we help businesses do exactly what we did. We help them source, vet, and put you in a position to qualify sales reps at scale, because most business owners who end up becoming really good at this end up just doing it for themselves. They don't help or do it for others. We're here to give you all the trade secrets and know how to accomplish the exact same results that we did in accordance to your business model. If you can, go to our channel. If you haven't already, and subscribe. Why? Because if you go through our free courses, you meet up with our team, we run giveaways and different things all the time. If you meet with our team, you might qualify for free applicants. Our goal is to help you, to serve you, put you in a position to win, whether you're a small startup looking to bring 2, 3, 5 reps in month over month, or you're a large scale organization bringing in hundreds, if not thousands of reps every single month. Our largest client, we have sourced thousands of applicants every single day for them at a fraction of the time and cost, with systems in place that save a lot of time and energy. Let's talk about the movie Moneyball with Brad Pitt. Fantastic movie. I'll go over some highlights. Moneyball is based on a true story. Billy Beane, the general manager of the Oakland A's, he was faced with one of the lowest budgets in baseball. He challenged traditional recruiting methods. So he was having a losing season. His head was on the chopping block to be let go of the team. This is what he loved. He had to find a different strategy to be able to win. All the odds were against him. He didn't have the budget. He didn't have the fan base. They were disenfranchised with him and the team. They didn't have the people on the team. They had to trade them out to be able to work with their budgets, to be able to just go on to the next season. They were facing a huge headwind. So the whole premise of the movie is that they use a concept called Moneyball to incorporate systems, stats, and processes to build a championship team versus trying to win with big budgets and star players. So let me run through these bullet points. He used data and statistics to find undervalued players. He focused on measurable performance, like getting on base, rather than hype around what a player could accomplish or what they have accomplished in the past. The systematic approach allows him to build a winning team without overspending. It disrupted the baseball industry by proving results can be achieved systematically. And here is why its message is so valuable in volume-based recruiting. Let's talk about the first premise of this movie: alignment and commitment. Billy Beane and Peter Brand had to align fully on their data-driven method. Billy Beane ran into Peter working for a different franchise, and he believed in him enough where he said, "Hey, come work for me." So picture this: if you're the business owner right now, you as Billy and Peter being the sales manager on your team. Guess what? Whether it's you doing the recruiting or you and your sales manager, you have to align and commit to a process and put all your cards on the table to win. That's exactly what they did. High risk, high reward. They faced resistance from scouts and traditional thinkers. Success requires belief in the system, even under pressure. These are the conversations. If you go back through the movie, there are a ton of conversations back and forth just in the first premise of them getting to know each other, all the way then to implementing the systems that Peter brought to the table for them to win. There were days where they didn't believe. There were days where they believed and no one could shake their tree, but they stayed aligned and they stayed committed. They didn't waver when early results were slow. Your team must trust your system over gut feelings. Every day, your feelings are going to be all over the place. You got to trust your systems. You got to commit, you got to align, and you got to go after it. Consistent execution is better than chasing the unicorn hires. Because if you're sitting there right now as the business owner and you don't have a New York Yankees metaphorical budget to bring in the reps you need to scale to the level you need to think differently. And that's why we're here to help you. Alignment and commitment turn your systems into results. Adversity and opposition. Moneyball scouts pushed traditional picks. Billy knew this meant another losing season if he followed their direction. One of my favorite scenes of the entire movie is when they were sitting around the table and Billy was listening, the general manager, to the scouts doing what they did every single year, talking about major draft picks or this kid or that kid can make it. Let's draft him. We got this budget. We got to do this. We got to do that. At the end of it all, he said, we're not going with any of the picks. I've already picked the team. And they picked it based off of systems and processes versus potential. So you might be going through a lot of interviews right now or resumes, and you may be trying to pick people based off their resume, not based off of getting systems in place where people get vetted and qualified and the cream rises to the top. This could be hurting you significantly because you might have those core belief systems thinking that, oh my gosh, this process doesn't work. What I've done in the past isn't helping me in the future. And you may feel all over the place and you're having reps quit. You're not aligned with your sales manager. You're not aligned as a team. This was a pivotal moment for Billy where he had to talk to his entire staff. He rubbed everybody the wrong way and made them very angry and mad and said, guys, if you're going to be here, this is the way we're going to do it. If you're a business owner right now, thinking in your mind, I have to do something different. I'm trying to accomplish New York Yankee style of results with a Oakland A's budget. You got to be thinking, okay, I have to do something different. I got to put my back up against the wall. My future depends on it. Our company's future depends on it. This is the exact moment in the movie where that exact same thing happened. Trust the data and stuck with the system. That's what they did. He may not have known it was going to work, but he just decided, I have to believe in this. I have to have faith in this. In recruiting, you'll face pressure to revert to gut feels. Don't do it. You'll face the pressures. Old methods equals old results. Systems equals new outcomes. Hold the line and you will break through. Your goal shouldn't be to buy players. It should be to buy wins. This was Peter Brand's philosophy, and he was so committed to the process. Every single time the general manager doubted or questioned what was going on, Peter kept challenging him with the proper thought process. Your goal shouldn't be to buy players. That's what baseball was all about. Listen, I'm not a baseball guy. I just appreciate the movie. Some of you watching will have a deeper knowledge on baseball or this concept than I will. But at the end of the day, it's about drawing the metaphor out. Up to that point, the entire objective was to throw the most money at the problem, to be able to bring the star players in to have the best season. And to a degree, that still could be true in a lot of ways. But if you have a finite amount of resources, your goal shouldn't be to buy players. It should be to buy wins. So in your case, buy sales. Your return on your job ad spend has nothing to do with the people coming into your organization or their potential. It comes down to knowing your numbers. When I have a big enough team and they're doing enough prospecting, I'm going to get X amount of sales. So I have to get my team to a certain size, trained up with a certain amount of momentum, and sales will occur. Hire enough reps to book calls and close deals. The roster looks different than you think it does. The people you think who are going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread coming into your organization typically are the quitters. The people who you think, I'm going to give this person a shot, become the rock stars, or vice versa. You just never know. People select themselves when it comes to commission-based sales. Build your team with consistent producers, not unicorn chasers. It doesn't exist. We're all human beings. We all have up days. We all have down days. If you're thinking like a general manager or an owner in trying to create consistent results, then you have to put the right number of players so the Pareto principle can pan out. I believe in everyone on my team. And I believe in me. I believe in the actions I put forth. I believe in the actions they put forth. I believe in the results that we bring to the table. Those are the things that matter at the end of the day. You can do both. You can believe in people and you can not believe people at the same time. And it'll keep your head in the cloud where it should be. You can cast a vision for your team, but also your feet on the ground so you can strategically and tactfully, I won't even say the word, strategically build your business to the level that you want it to grow to. So remember, we don't buy players, we build pipelines that win. One of my favorite quotes from the movie is when he said, I hate losing more than I love winning. Here's a little mindset for you today. Hate losing more than I like winning. His back was against the wall. Ships were burned. he was at the point of no return. But he still led through, even when he had those, what I like to call, especially in sales, those steering wheel moments where you have a bad day, you're driving home, you're punching the steering wheel going, man, this thing has to pay me. This thing has to work out. Guess what? As business owners, you have the exact same attitudes, mindset. We're all human beings. We have up days, we have down days. You got to lead through no matter what, and you got to stay committed. Do not waver, because you are this close to the result if you stay consistent. Results follow minimum 90 days from now, not tomorrow. Hockey stick curve. This is the fun part of the story. Their final season record was 103 wins and 59 losses. Their longest losing streak during that season was a 9-game losing streak. In the movie, they hit on this at a significant rate. They added a lot of drama to this. They were playing, if you go to the scene in the movie, you'll see him driving in his car and listening to the radio. They're talking about how the way the general manager set all this up, he's out next season. There's no way he's still going to be here. The Oakland A's are out. They're going to be gone forever. But then the hockey stick curve eventually caught up. After they went through the losing streak and they failed, adjusted, they kept building their team. They stayed committed. They stayed true in the process. They went through a historic win streak, 20 consecutive wins. And that's where that poster, we may never lose again. So the crowd will always cheer for your momentum, whether you're winning or losing. You have to act as if you're winning all the time. And that is how you win. They set the American League record for consecutive wins at that time. The win streak proved that the MoneyBall system worked despite early struggles. So what do we learn from this? If you are starting in your commission-based sales recruiting endeavor and you're going through the no-shows, the full-time interview fatigue, you're going through wasted ad spend, you're going through people not responding to your job ads right, you're going through the same headache conversations over and over again with unqualified reps, or even the qualified reps, and you feel like, man, I have to have 100 conversations with this one right person so they get hired. If you're going through those things right now, there are systems you can put in play at a third of the financial or time budget that you're submitting to the process right now that can help you win. But you got to stay true and committed to the entire process all the way through for that hockey stick curve to take place. Because what if they quit? What if the general manager quit on that 8th game they lost in a row, or even the 9th? What's the game after that? They caught a little bit of momentum, then the next one, then the next one, then 20 games in, changed the entire direction of the entire franchise. But not only just the franchise, it changed the entire direction of baseball as a whole and the way that teams built their teams. The return on ad spend, let's bring it down to the level at which we play. The Oakland A's versus the Yankees in the 2002 Moneyball year, the Oakland A's players budget was $41 million. The New York Yankees was $126 million. So the Yankees budget was over 3 times the A's, and the season records ended up being the exact same. The Oakland A's, 103 wins to 59 losses. The New York Yankees, 103 wins to 58 losses. The A's matched the Yankees in wins with a third of the budget, proving the Moneyball system could compete with the biggest spenders through data-driven recruiting and consistent execution. If you can't pick up that parallel right now, I don't know if you ever will, because I hope our goal with this slide is to share with you that there is hope, that you can get the proper return on your job ad spend, that you can have systems in place, that you can build the team that you want to build with the budget that you have, whether it's small or big. High ticket teams, when we founded our sales team, we're a little bit down the road now, but those first 90 days, let's talk about the results. We applied the Moneyball principles to build a sales team of 25 reps. We focused on metrics and things we could control. We can't control the resumes coming in. We can't control the conversations we're having with candidates, but I've done this before. I've built a team of 1,800 reps in the past that took us 3.5 years. And if that system can work consistently over the course of 3.5 years, it's going to work again in another 90-day period with a different business model, with a different sales strategy, with whatever you plug and play into. The system is learnable, teachable, and duplicatable. So our results, the team in 90 days produced $80,000 in sales, and it continues to grow to this day. It's called building blocks, ladies and gentlemen. You do it once, you could do it over again, you could do it over again, you could do it over again. Just like Billy Beane, we didn't buy players, we built a system that buys wins. I knew if we applied a certain amount of activity towards our recruiting metrics and we led properly, just like Billy Beane did as the general manager, that equals revenue for your company, and that equals a winning streak. Let's talk about some practicality here, because all of this can sound great, but if you understand the concept and you don't know where to go from here, guess what? We have the exact tool that can help you out. We have our high ticket teams volume-based recruiting calculator that can help you determine exactly what your metrics should be. And we will give that to you totally complimentary. You can check it out. Click on the links below. We're here to help you. And if you want to talk to somebody, whether it's me or somebody on our team, more strategically on how to implement this long term, definitely book a meeting with our team. Let's have some conversations around this and come up with a strategy to help you win. Let's talk about your comeback season. This is a Billy Beane quote. If we try to play like the Yankees in here, we will lose to the Yankees out there. Thought that was a really powerful quote in the movie. At the beginning of their process, when they were talking to all their scouts, all their internal staff, that was a powerful statement. And when he said it, everyone else couldn't disagree. Many still didn't like his decisions, but they couldn't argue with that statement. When the rubber meets the road, the Yankees had 3 times the budget that the A's had and 100 times more momentum in their franchise. But if you want different results, you have to do something differently. You have to think about it differently. And that's why we're here at High Ticket Teams to help you do that. Click on the links below. If you want some help in this process, if you want to access some of our free tools, if you want to get the calculator, if you want some of the swipe files to understand our recruiting metrics and platforms, we'd be happy to send that over to you. Definitely check out the rest of the video content that we have in our free volume-based sales recruiting course to be able to help you go from wherever you're at to wherever your goals are taking you.